In May 2025, a stunning admission came from the White House. President Joe Biden had been diagnosed with metastatic prostate cancer, an advanced and incurable form of the disease that had already spread to his bones. This announcement, years into his presidency, left many Americans shocked, not simply by the diagnosis itself, but by the timing of the disclosure. If the cancer was already advanced by 2025, could it have been present and even known during the 2020 election? If so, should the public have been informed? Let's explore the political, ethical, and medical dimensions of this case, and what lessons every American, especially men over 50, can take from it. What is prostate cancer and how does it progress? Prostate cancer affects the small gland below the bladder that produces seminal fluid. It's one of the most common cancers in men, but its development varies drastically. There are two key forms: slow-growing, indolent prostate cancer, which may take 10 to 15 years to become a serious threat; aggressive prostate cancer, which can spread rapidly to bones, lymph nodes, and other organs. President Biden was diagnosed with the aggressive kind, evidenced by a Gleason score of 9. That's near the top of the scale, which goes from 6 to 10. A score of 9 means the cancer cells are very abnormal and likely to grow and spread quickly. According to many oncologists, a cancer of that severity doesn't appear overnight. It likely began several years earlier, meaning there's a real possibility the disease was developing during the 2020 campaign or even earlier. Why didn't we know sooner? That's the big question. In February 2024, Biden underwent his annual physical and was declared fit for duty. Yet sources report that PSA testing, a standard blood test that can signal prostate issues, wasn't performed. That raises eyebrows. Dr. Ezekiel Emanuel, a respected bioethicist and oncologist, publicly stated it's unlikely the cancer wasn't already present years ago. Many are now asking, did President Biden know? If he didn't know, should his medical team have caught it? If someone in his circle did know, why wasn't the public told? What's the media's responsibility here? This case also casts a shadow over journalism. If the media had credible leads on the president's declining health, did they choose to downplay or ignore the story? Was this an oversight or a deliberate attempt to protect a political figure? We've seen this before. Franklin Delano Roosevelt concealed his paralysis. JFK kept his Addison's disease quiet, and Ronald Reagan's Alzheimer's symptoms were widely speculated about long before he left office. It's a painful reminder: politics and medical transparency don't always mix. But should they? When a candidate seeks the most powerful position in the free world, shouldn't voters have the right to full medical transparency, especially when it involves potentially debilitating or fatal conditions? Advice for men: take prostate health seriously. This political drama brings attention to a very personal issue that affects millions of men, and it could save lives. Here's what you should know. Get regular PSA tests, especially if you're over 50, or 40 if you have a family history or are African American, a group at higher risk. PSA, prostate specific antigen. Tests are simple blood tests. Elevated levels can signal a problem, even if you're feeling fine. Don't ignore symptoms. Watch for difficulty urinating or weak flow, blood in urine or semen, pain in hips, pelvis, or lower back, unexplained fatigue or weight loss. These symptoms don't always mean cancer, but they never mean do nothing. Discuss screening with your doctor. The medical community had long debates over PSA screening, some arguing it leads to overdiagnosis, but more recent guidelines favor early detection for high-risk groups. Know your Gleason score. If diagnosed, your Gleason score helps determine your treatment path. Lower scores may allow watchful waiting. Higher scores, like Biden's, require immediate and aggressive treatment. Live healthy to reduce risk. While you can't eliminate risk entirely, you can lower it by eating a Mediterranean-style diet, exercising regularly, avoiding smoking, managing stress, and getting enough sleep. And no, prostate cancer is not an old man's disease anymore. Men in their 40s and 50s have been diagnosed, especially with aggressive forms. A final thought: truth, transparency, and trust. This isn't just about Joe Biden. It's about what we expect from our leaders, our media, and our healthcare systems. In a world where the public is asked to place enormous trust in political candidates, we deserve honest disclosures about the factors that may affect their ability to lead, especially when it comes to life-altering illness. Prostate cancer is a private battle, but when it involves the President of the United States, it becomes a matter of national interest. Let this be a wake-up call, not just for our political system, but for every man out there who keeps putting off that doctor's visit. Stay safe, stay secure, and remember that your vote matters, but so does your health. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye, and thanks for reading, watching, and listening.